Morning, everybody. All right, welcome back to the channel, everybody. And if you look behind me, we got a tug and a tow bar. Now, why would we need that plus that? Oh yeah, I think you guys know what's going to happen. We're going to take her out and put some gas on her and run some engines. Tracking down that fuel seep that's on the number 2, which is the right-hand engine, and I think we got it fixed this time. We had to change out some fittings and put like brand new fittings on that fuel flow transmitter, but I think we got it. But let's get you some more details on that with one of our other ground crew. All right, Darren, looks like we're back up here yet again. What we got going on?
We're trying to fix a hose just sweating. It's not, I wouldn't even call it a drip or a leak, but unfortunately the manual says there can be no leaking from this. There isn't an acceptable leak rate. So we replaced the 90-degree fitting and the straight fitting as well, and hoping that fixes the issue and it's not getting past the flare.
I think it's just a worn out fitting.
It's possible, yeah. They didn't look that great coming off of it, so replace it, retorque them to spec, and then run it, make sure it doesn't leak, and then safety it. If this doesn't fix it, it's going to be the actual flare on the hose itself.
Oof. We can always get new hoses.
Yeah, if we can get new hoses, that'll solve it, and they shouldn't be too bad to install. These went on a lot smoother with new fittings, so I'm hoping that...
just fittings?
Yeah, I'm hoping the fittings fix the issue. You know, fresh O-rings, new fittings coming out of the transmitter, and then we'll torque everything to spec and run it up, and hopefully it doesn't leak. So go from there.
Nice. Cool. Looks good up there though, otherwise.
Yeah, I mean, after doing this so many times, you kind of get fast at it.
That's how we get good at it, repetition, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Well, fingers crossed the next time we run this.
Hopefully.
Cool. Thanks, man.
Thanks.
Let's get the dash 60. We're running out of time. You have the other tug?
All right, we're up against a little bit of a weather window too. We got some rain coming. It's also why I know this is Memorial Day weekend. Lone Star Flight Museum had a nice big event planned for today that we were going to help participate in. That got all the outdoor stuff got canceled because of the weather, and I know it looks good behind me there. Let me spin you around and point you guys over there. Yeah, we got a little bit more weather coming, but we got about another hour, maybe 2 hours to do this, so we got plenty of time, just so long as we get up on it and take care of stuff.
We're going to try to verify that the fuel repair is, what are we at? For real fixed now?
Third, fourth, fifth.
Yeah, for real.
We replaced some things. It should be good now.
Yeah, so hopefully we'll be good there. We also want to check that start on the number 2 engine. The last 2 times it's been right where we want it, so hopefully today will be the same. And we're going to get one more crank on that number 1 engine as well, since that starter was rebuilt and put back in. We're not going to do flight controls, none of that stuff today. We've got weather coming up on us, so we're just going to get this done. Justin's going to be underneath swapping hoses. You are going to be on the number 2 headset checking the fuel leak. You're going to be with him checking the fuel leak. You're going to be running the huffer for me today.
Sure thing.
Yeah, you're going to be doing that. Don't put that on camera. And
he's probably going to be doing that too.
Yeah, you'll be doing that, but don't do that with him because then there's police and stuff. So, yeah. But yeah, guys. So anybody sees anything where we need to shut it down, again, you know, get my attention, get JP's attention. We're both on the headsets. We'll shut it down. Any questions, comments, concerns?
T-Boot Pilot's got the checklist.
Yeah. Who do you want to flip that switch in the back? I can do it. All right.
Yep.
I'll do it.
Yep. All right. What are the generators in right now?
External.
Okay. All right. Good. All right, guys. So we're just waiting on the fuel truck. We're gonna do power on when the fuel truck gets here because I'm gonna lock out the wings. If that 600 fills up the backbone, then we'll let some into the wings. But if not, we're gonna put it all in the backbone.
All right. I have a feeling it's not going to fill up the backbone. We're showing a little under 2,000 in the backbone right now.
Okay. All right. So we'll just see how that goes.
Out of a possible 8.
Yeah. So yeah, that probably won't do the trick then. All right, well, cool. Let's be safe. Again, we're getting pretty close to flying, so you know, pretty soon we're not going to have the cages on the intakes, and I know there's we just need to start acting like those cages aren't on there. So mind your routes in and out. Obviously nobody behind. Even though we're not doing flight controls and stuff, don't go up in the speed brakes and all that stupid crap, you know, because things can happen. So yeah, let's be safe and let's get it done.
Yeah, it takes a lot of cleaning to get all the meat out of those engines.
Yeah, that's right.
Pressure wash.
Alright, as you guys can see from the raindrops falling, well, the weather caught up to us a lot faster than we anticipated. We're looking at the clouds and all the rain coming in, and I just got the word to shut down the Dash 60, and we're getting ready to start buttoning everything up and quickly get everything back inside because this snuck up on us a lot faster than we had anticipated. Well, game called on the account of rain. Lovely. We're all getting wet right now. We're just dropping the cockpits right now.
Go bar.
Get the pros on it. The headset's rolled up.
All right, Joey, I gotta put you guys down because I'm gonna get in and really help on this. Well, the day got a little bit more interesting. About the time that we were pushing the Phantom back into her hangar, the fuel truck had just showed up. The rain had just lightened up a bit. You guys can see that off to the left side of your screen there. It's the edge of that rain cell. So we just geared up, rolled the NC-8 over, put power on the jet, and we started taking fuel. About 600 gallons here today.
It should come up to 6,000 on the top band.
Oh, the upper's moving too. Perfect.
Yeah, they're locked out the wings.
Nice. All right, we're gonna try this a second time. The rain, that little rain cell just passed. She's already a little bit wet, so we're gonna try and do this. We got another opening here in the weather, so we're gonna try and crank up this time. We just took about 600 gallons of gas on board the jet, so that's it's always good to have. So we're gonna try and start her up again. All right, back in to give you guys the play-by-play. Will is over there directing the ground crew. JP over off to your left there is timing the engine start. We always time all of the engine starts just to make sure we don't exceed starter time limitations. I don't have those numbers off the top of my head, sorry. So he's keeping an eye on that while we're cranking up the jet. Justin over there near the right wing is just keeping an eye on everything underneath. He's the one that's going to be swapping the start air hose over to engine number 1 whenever he's called to do that. And then you see me over on the left-hand side of the aircraft running the Dash 60. So everyone is keeping an eye underneath the airplane, around the airplane, just making sure that everything is looking good and we have no significant leaks or anything like that. Alright, over here on this side of the aircraft, so the engine's spooling up at around 45% RPM. That's when we turn the start air hose off. I'm keeping an eye on pilot Jared and Will. There's the signal right there to turn the air off. So again, at 45% RPM, the air comes off. The engine can self-accelerate from that point to its idle speed of 65% RPM. And the reason that we have to cut the air off is so we don't risk shearing the starter shaft, which is not it's kind of a pain in the butt to replace. It's not a hard job, but it's one that we don't want to do. All right, guys going underneath the airplane. Justin is down there swapping out the hoses, and then Theron and JP are in there checking out the fuel flow transmitter to make sure that the leak, or the seep, I should say, is properly fixed and it's not leaking anymore. So, meanwhile, everything else is looking good around the aircraft. Jared's keeping an eye on the instruments and hands out of the aircraft since we have guys underneath the airplane. All right, a little out of position here for the startup of engine number 1. The signal to put the air on was just given, so air is coming on. And number 1 is spooling up. Number 1 starts up for us a little bit faster than number 2 does. So everything's looking good so far. And we're about to jump over to my side of the airplane here in a minute. It's hard to capture the audio for this from this side. All right. Number 1 has been successfully started. The electrical power is now on the generators on the airplane, so the Dash 60 has been shut down at this point, and everything's looking good. We're just packing up the Dash 60 and getting her out of the way. Just checking out everything underneath. Theron had seen just a little bit going on there, so he went in with the torque wrench and gave her a little bit more on the torque, staying within the specifications, and he is pretty confident there that that seep is no more. Obviously, we're going to test this a little bit more, but that was a big thing there. The seep is not seeping anymore. All right, so now we're getting ready to throttle up the engines to do what we call scavenging, and what this does is it's doing something within the fuel system to scavenge the fuel out of the fuel system in a way that it does not ventilate overboard whenever we shut down the engines. So, especially with jet fuel as expensive as it is, we don't want to lose any overboard when we can avoid it. So we always scavenge the engines prior to shutdown, which they are about to be right now. Here in a moment, I'm going to move you guys over to engine number 1 so you guys can enjoy the sweet, sweet sound of the J79s doing their thing and hearing them spool down. So enjoy the rest of this segment, guys. I love the sound of J79s in the morning. All right, she's safely back inside. It's raining yet again. So, pretty sure that's the end of our day. Good news is, we think we got the fuel leak. We didn't, it's not seeping anymore. It's not dripping either. Think we got that one. We're gonna run it a couple more times just to make sure before we button everything back up. Anyway, yeah, we're back inside. I think that's gonna be the end of our weekend today. So, with that, thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.